It's four persons judging together on a panel, and they, on their own, come up with whether it's a gold, a silver, or a bronze, or no metal. So when you see double gold at these competitions, that means that every judge independent has come up with gold on their own. And so in the case of this tasting, this is an example of all the double golds, which means unanimously on the panel that they came from, that they all said gold without any coaxing, without any discussion, that in their mind they said this is gold. And even in the case of, so the best wines always are in the double gold category. And it may not always get a double gold at another panel, but there's a pretty good chance it would. And then they all get assembled at the end on the last day, and they decide best Chardonnay, best Cabernet amongst double golds. So you take those 2 or 3 unanimous varietals, that brands, and again, it's always blind. We don't know anything. Sometimes we don't even know until the next week what we actually tasted, because there's a database. And here at this competition, they have 4,000 wines. A lot of times we'll know at the very end, the ones that made it to the end, because they're in the back room, and they bring them out and they show them the labels to us. So, but it's always unanimous. It's always blind.
So even when you pick the best, at that time you know which one already, right?
Not till that last day. Yeah, but you, when you're done, everybody wants to know who the best champagne was, right? And so Anthony Dice Blue or Carol will come out and say, they'll tell us.
Oh, that you picked that.
Once everything's all finished, and then we'll find out, well, oh yeah, it was Krug. Oh, well, no surprise.
Did you ever change your mind after you find out what it is?
No, it's too late. So all competition, that's what I like about competition results, is you have 4 persons that are, in a sense, an expert or some.
So what type of expertise are the panelists?
They're sommeliers, they're package store owners, they're wine writers. At this judging, there is no winemakers.
No winemakers.
But most judgings, there are some winemakers, there are some store owners, there are some bloggers, there are some people in the industry that taste a lot. For example, I noticed that Bill Hayes was here from Bevmo, and Wilfred Wong judges a lot. I mean, he and I are the 2 most stupid people that judge all the time, And we always see each other. We're lucky if we end up together because we have a good time, And we know each other's palate or agree with each other. And if he says gold, there's a pretty good chance I did already, And it's, again, very independent, so there's no discussion until after you've already marked it. And then there are times that you may talk something up a little bit.
So if they're 2 silver, 2 gold,
2 silver, 2 gold is pretty much the reason why you want to talk a little bit, because it's probably a gold. It's not a double gold, because it's an almost, But it's probably not a silver, if you know what I mean. And bronze, if we had 3 bronze and 1 no metal, we may not give it a bronze.
I see.
So if one person, and just like a horse race, sometimes people will remember who won the race, but we don't remember who came in second or third.
Yeah.
And then there's, so out of 4,000 wines, this competition awards about 50% medals.
50%. Okay.
And of that 50%, there's a very small percent that's gold. And of
Less
that,
than 10?
Less than 10,
okay.
Generally. And then there's only this many double golds.
Right.
So if you do the math, you think, well, for the most part, you have a small amount of wines that get this sort of mark.
Gotcha.